professional wrestling history as a Junkyard Dog. And before I go into any of this, I can't think of anyone I'd rather have on the premiere show to come out and join me than the Bullet. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Good to see all you folks. Good to be with USA Wrestling. You know, next week I got a match right on TV here myself. Everybody's excited about Austin Idol, who returns today for the first time in 2 years, Charlie. Had a horrible automobile accident in Pensacola, Florida. So today, all wrestling world eyes are on Austin Idol. See if he can make the big comeback he's predicting.
We've got a big masked man, Mr. Tennessee, that'll be with us. Sensational tag team around the world, and that is Simply Devine.
That's right. A real, after the Rock and Roll Express type young guys that can do the job. They've won the Puerto Rican Tag Team Championships. They've been seen in Japan, done well in Australia. So today you're going to see a lot of wrestling, and I understand the Iranian Sheik is going to do some club twirling with about 75-pound curls.
The former WWF World Heavyweight Champion, the Iron Sheik, is with us, plus a host of your other favorites will be hearing from the Rock and Roll Express. But as the Bullet says, all eyes are on the return of the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. A lot of action coming up. Let's get to the ring right now.
Right now, we hail our women just like we hail the wrestlers. We mow them down. They keep coming at us, we keep mowing them down, baby. I'm going to tell you something. As long as me and Rex have been a team, we have never been defeated. And you got teams like rumored, like the Rock and Roll Express might be coming in here.
We've heard.
Let me tell you something, you two Ross Perot lookalikes. You guys are going to go down. You got any brains at all? Stay away. Stay in retirement.
You might be conceited, but they're a team to...
Welcome back to USA Wrestling, and we have for the fans, not only in the studio but you at home, a very special greeting.
Let me tell you, get this crap off the TV. We are the Rock and Roll Tag Team of the 90s, people. So let's get it straight right now. If the Rock and Roll Express is so bad, then where are they? We're right here in living color, and we're ready to show all these hits down here in Alabama just what Simply. Hey, shut up when we're talking out there. Let me tell all you people something. We know the Rock and Roll Express, and we know how they do business. That's why we got this guy right here on the payroll, baby. This is Orion. The Rock and Roll Express are nothing but a bunch of backstabbers, and to make sure it's a 2-on-2 situation, we got this man watching our back. And just to prove that we are... Shut up! Just to prove we're the tag team of the 90s, we're going to march right out there right now, and if anybody's got any guts in the back to step out here, we're going to kick some butt.
All right, well, that's an open challenge to anyone to see this Simply Devine team in action right now. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this special TV main event, one fall to the expiration of TV time. In the corner, weighing in at 484 pounds, from every woman's dream, here's Sexy Rex King, Sleek Steve Doll,
The Rock and Roll Express.
Simply Devine. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents.
Well, we'll find out who the opponents are as Simply Devine begins to devour their opponents here on USA Wrestling, the premiere episode. Austin Idol joined me at ringside. What's into these guys?
Well, Charlie, I'll tell you one thing. I just got word from the program directors here that video on the Rock and Roll Express was in perfect condition prior to it airing. So we're thinking, at least we're wondering if someone didn't tamper with that tape. And if it was anybody, I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't these two big mouths now Simply Devine, and whatever their names are. I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't them.
I tell you what, they are well known all across the country. In Puerto Rico, they have been devastating.
Well, they set all the box office records out in Puerto Rico. I mean, I've been trying to do some of my homework on some of the people, Charlie. I mean, like any good athlete would. If you don't do your homework, believe me, Alabama, the Crimson Tide, didn't win the national championship by not doing their homework. So I've done mine, too. These guys just set a box office record in a town outside San Juan, Puerto Rico called Bayamon. 60,000 people actually attended the matches where they won the Puerto Rican heavyweight. As a matter of fact, I think they were the Caribbean heavyweight tag team championship. So they're a force to be reckoned with, and I'll tell you the truth, I'd love to see the Rock and Roll Express get in here and mix it up with these dudes, Southern style.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Deep in the heart of Alabama, things have a tendency to change in the ring.
Boy, they sure do. You know, a lot of people, when they really haven't been here before, they haven't seen the level of intensity, and they really haven't seen the type of wrestling that takes place here in Alabama, then they really don't know what's in store for them. These two, no doubt, are two roughhousing dudes, and they know wrestling, so they're going to be a dang. Look at that move.
They're roughhousing dudes, but so are Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that?
Nobody's going to get up from that, and they're not either. That was an impressive showing.
That is it. Your winners of the match, Simply Devine, Rex, and Steve, with their bodyguard or equalizer, whatever you want to call him, Orion. I don't know anything. We're going to do some research on these folks here.
Anytime. You know, Charlie, I'm not backing down from anybody, but I'll tell you something. I'm going to make my little deal brief here. It's been a pleasure being back here. I'm in hopes of a big comeback. I don't have to worry about the fans. I know they'll be there, and I'm going to give it everything I've got, baby, to go all the way.
All right, let's take a look at that, if we could, again, at that devastating move just moments ago by this tag team combination of Simply Devine as they defeated their opponents and are still taunting the crowd as where's the Rock and Roll Express. Watch this move, Austin.
Well, that's a form of the DDT. There's no question about it. I've not seen two people apply it before, but you can see that. That's got to be devastation. The guy bounced off the ring about a foot there, so they're still trying to carry him out. I don't think anybody's going to get up from there.
1, 2, 3, and it is over. And your winners are Simply Devine. And what a hour of action we have seen here today on the premiere of USA Wrestling.
Birmingham, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, Montgomery, Dothan, Alabama, USA Wrestling. The hottest ticket going today is coming to your town with some of the most competitive wrestling events you're ever going to see on the face of this earth. I'm standing here right now with the two of the top guys in the USA. These top guys, they call themselves Simply Devine. They have to reckon with a force, though. The Rock and Roll Express, who is... We don't have to reckon with nobody. Let me tell you something, Rock and Roll Express. Anybody can take a tape and send it out and send it anywhere they want in the world and claim to be what they are. But let me tell you something. You're looking at two guys. We're in Birmingham. We're in Mobile. We're all over the place, baby. We're standing here live and in living color, and we're backing up what we say. We're not sending out tapes. Now, let's get on to something serious. Let's get on with all the women here. You know, after we were on the show last week, the station was flooded with calls. They were flooded with letters. Right. And we want to thank all the women. And frankly, we were impressed. We were impressed that anybody around here knew how to write.
Oh, geez.
Let me tell you something. Don't worry, girls, because your literary talents are not what we're interested in. So you still got a chance. IQ means nothing. No. We're looking for other skills. Ain't that right, Rex?
That's right. You know, there's another clown that's running around here, Steve Armstrong. You know, he's sitting around here. He's telling everybody that he's got brothers on every major network. Well, that doesn't tell Simply Devine anything other than maybe that his father couldn't practice birth control. But you got something I got to tell you. Rock and Roll Express. Anytime, any place. But you see, we know you won't show up because, you see, we've had title matches before with you. We've had matches before, and you never showed up. Guarantee you won't show up in this stinking state of Alabama.
Simply Devine. They're arrogant.
Remember one other thing, ladies. Even a bad time with Simply Devine will be just simply wonderful.
That's right. They're arrogant, they're cocky, they're self-conceited.
We ain't going nowhere.
But I'll tell you one thing, they're a force to reckon with in the USA Wrestling.
Watching these crappy videos of the Rock and Roll Express. Well, let me tell you something. We're right here in the stinking state of Alabama. Where's the Rock and Roll Express? Huh? Just like I told you, Charlie. They aren't going to show up because they're scared. They know who's the real tag team of the night. Get somebody out here right now. We'll show them.
Simply Devine, and they are irate at the showing of, once again, the videotape of the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton. Let's go to the ring right now. They're obviously waiting some opponents to get in.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at a combined weight of 448 pounds from every woman's dream, here is Simply Devine.
And their opponents are the Mitchell twins as they hit the ring on today's edition of USA Wrestling. Where there goes one outside. Good clothesline. And Orion over on the sideline there. Definitely doing his share of the damage to the Mitchell twins. Here we go. High suplex by Simply Devine. These guys are tough competitors. Look at that. Whoa. Just manhandles one of the Mitchell twins. Tag is made. Dave getting a double elbow there by Simply Devine, and Tim being knocked off the post there. But they do become a little unglued when anything about the Rock and Roll Express is mentioned whatsoever. Orion, their what they call their equalizer, or the man to watch their back, is standing at ringside. Takes his man into the ring ropes, counters off. He ducks his man good. Going after the drop kick, but seemed to have no effect whatsoever. That one did. Double drop kick action from the Mitchell twins. Whoa. Hammering down. Staying one step ahead of his man. Takes his man up now. Full body slam. Dropping down that knee into the head. And you hear the crowd chanting rock and roll here in our television studio. Out of the ring he goes again. Orion, there you see, doing his share of damage. And throws the man back in the ring. Hey, this amounts to what seems to be a handicap tag match with the Mitchell twins against Simply Devine and Orion. Good. Double clothesline. That just wrecks Steve both irate in the ring, wanting to know where is the Rock and Roll Express. Well, I got news for you. We'll find out when they hit the ring. No, he didn't want the pinfall there. Tags in his partner. And here we see unnecessary punishment to one of the Mitchell twins. Rights to the midsection. Backed over into that turnbuckle. Now takes his man in. Whoa! There's the boot. Catches his man with a boot as he comes into the turnbuckle. Hard right by one of the Mitchell twins to the midsection of Simply Devine. But look at what the punch does to the Mitchell twin. And again, on the canvas he goes, but they are certainly preoccupied with the thoughts of the Rock and Roll Express hammering down into the back of Tim Mitchell. Rex and Steve both tagging in and out very effectively. Good bulldog. And that'll be it. That has got to be it. No. Count of two. And he pulls his man up. No power out there. The match should be over with. Wait a minute. Oh, double. There's that double DDT. And it's over. Your winners of the match, Rex and Steve, Simply Devine. And there you see Orion in the ring with them. Your winners, Simply Devine, and we've got more action to come on USA Wrestling. So stay with us.
Welcome to USA Wrestling.
The bullet and that mask, will it come off? Well, we'll see later on today's program, because Mr. Tennessee has made a promise, plus some other big news How about USA Wrestling coming your way in the next hour? Joined now by Rex and Steve, Simply Divine.
You know, Charlie, we got some news I'm sure you're going to be enthused about. We got a big surprise for all the people. First, we want to thank all of y'all for all the cards and letters supporting us, and not those bums of Rock and Roll Express. And we got some big news right now for all you clowns, so just quiet down, just sit down on your hands for just a few minutes and listen up while Sexy Rex tells you what it's all about.
Like this. You know, I was beginning to think that everybody who lived in the state of Alabama was an illiterate idiot. But I guess that since they've proved that they really know what a top tag team is, that we're going to do them a little bit of a favor. And this is for 1 week and 1 week only, people. We're going to name this Simply Divine Week. And so you remember this. When it's the greatest stinking day in your Alabama redneck lives, it's not just a great week, it's a Simply Divine Week.
It's your pleasure, Charlie. Birmingham, Alabama. Where else but Boutwell Auditorium, the Battle of Boutwell. March the 15th, 7:30 p.m., USA Wrestling showcases some of the greatest stars in the world. Wildcat Wendell, Cooley, Steve Armstrong, the Iron Sheik, Universal Heartthrob, Bullet, the list is endless. And I'm here with one of the top tag teams in the nation right now. The greatest tag team in the nation, if you will, Simply Divine.
Never been beaten. Let's keep this in mind. We've had tag team titles in 19 different countries all over the world. Never had our shoulders put down to the mat one time. Not by nobody. Okay? But let's just keep this in mind. Birmingham, roll out the red carpet, baby. Because the hottest tag team that's ever hit the stinking state of Alabama is on its way. Ladies, just back away from our cars, and baby, if you're real nice, we might let you carry our bags to the dressing room. Tell them about it, Stevie.
Sweet Steve. That's right. You know, everywhere we go, including here in Birmingham, everybody's talking about the Rock and Roll Express and what these guys are going to do to us. Well, let me tell you something. Wake up and smell the coffee, gang. Let me tell you something. These guys are not going to show up. You got a better chance of chanting rock and roll and them showing up here. You've got a better chance of walking out in the woods and yelling Bigfoot and one coming up and shaking your hand. Now, I'm going to tell you something. On the 15th, right here in Birmingham, we've got an open contract. I don't see the Rock and Roll Express lining up to sign it. In fact, I don't see anybody lining up to sign it.
It's like we said before, Jackson. Anywhere that Simply Divine goes, you can bet that the Rock and Roll Express won't be there. I can guarantee you that. And all these beautiful ladies that have been sending these cards and letters in, well, we just appreciate it. But I guess you don't have much of a choice either. When I look around and I drive through this stinking state of Alabama, I don't see nothing but a bunch of hillbillies. Well, hillbillies, stay home. Keep your eyes on your old ladies, because Simply Divine is here.
Double bulldog.
Yeah, that's both their weight together coming down with that boy's head in their hands, driving it head first.
For goodness sakes, pin the man.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're stomping his fingers. All this is immaterial. They could have pinned him 5 minutes ago, Charlie.
And where's the rock and roll? Is the chant being put off here by Simply Divine?
Holiday's making an effort, Charlie, but I'll tell you what, he's taking so much punishment, he's blown up. He just doesn't have it in him, Charlie.
Full body slam by Steve. Ow. There's that knee into the back of the head.
I tell you what, it looked like Holiday was trying to get out of the way of it, but I don't think he did, Charlie. I really don't. You can see Buddy Golden's still on the floor. Orion's still stomping a mud hole in him. Now, he goes over and stomps his fingers after everything that's been done, adding insult to injury, Charlie. I just don't understand it.
Orion towering high over the man on the floor. And the bell sounds. Tag is made.
I don't know what's going on, Charlie. I'll tell you what, it's... Oh, my gosh! A human body flying off on another one like that. Yeah. Oh, Charlie, he should have been able to beat him right there, see? He should have been able to beat him. Yeah, I think they're calling for the bell. I don't think they want this to continue.
Exactly right. There's no sense in this going on at all.
Yeah, he's just slapping the guy's face. I don't think that's worth a flip, Charlie. You know, there's no need to intimidate these guys. They just want to be wrestlers. They come here wanting to give it get an equal shot, and this isn't right, Charlie. It's not right at all.
Well, Here we go.
The double DDT, brother. Is there a human on earth that can kick out of that? I want to know.
None that I know of.
No, oh, no. They're going. Are they going to do it? Oh, they're just going to. They just throw him right over the. Oh, he hit his back on the apron. I tell you what, Charlie, it may be better to go on and walk away and come back to fight another day, so they say.
Now they take the man who's been on the floor the whole match.
He finally gets a chance to come in the ring, and they double DDT him too, Charlie. Now, tell you what, like you said, they're running roughshod. There's no call for it.
And the kicks being applied to the head of Holiday out on the floor. What next?
It looks like they're going to try the old spike pile. That's it. Spike pile driver drove his head right into his neck. That boy, he may be suffering serious head neck damage.
And now they're bringing Holiday back into the ring.
Looks like they're going to do Holiday the same way, Charlie. I just
wait a minute. Whoa! Whoa! Who is that? I know who that is. That's a Steve Armstrong and a Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
That's exactly right, Charlie. Boom!
Double drop kick takedown.
Orion go right into the ring. They got him there in the ropes. There it is. Woo! He's gone, baby. On their feet. Look at them, Charlie. They are fired up, brother.
Well, the tables have turned here, and we see a haste.
I've got two of them with me right now. Tag team tournaments going all around the USA. Guys, Simply Devine was out earlier.
You know something, Mike, a week ago, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the happiest days of my life because I was sitting home drinking a glass of iced tea, kicked back, picking that sixth string, and my buddy Steve called me on the telephone. He said, you know something, Wildcat? He said, there's a team running around the USA wrestling calling themselves Simply Devine, and they think they can't be beat. And I said to him, I said, Steve, I said, Wildcat Wendell Cooley over his career has never been a tag team wrestler. I said, do you think you can teach an old dog new tricks? He said, stick with me, brother, and I'll make you a tag team wrestler. I said, Steve, that's all I ask you, brothers. You watch my back, and I'll watch your back, and I'll teach you what I know. You teach me what you know. When we get together, the Bama Bucks ain't going to be able to be beat, Mike.
Steve, you are a tag team specialist. That's right. Well, I've been around the country, around the world, for that matter, with a tag team duo, but I've known Wendell for a long time now, and I always thought this man and me would make a good team. Well, right now, there's a team that just so happens in here running roughshod over everybody. They call themselves Simply Devine. If you ask me, they ought to call themselves the San Francisco Treat because they sure ain't rice-a-roni, if you know what I'm talking about. They're little sweet cheeks. JYD seen them out here last week. They got a thing going on in the back and everything, showing them sweet cheeks. Man, that ain't right. That ain't the South. That ain't good old hillbillies like we're talking about. They coming out here burying our type of people. Well, we are hillbillies. We take offense to that, man, and we're going to show you in Boutwell come soon. You done seen a little taste, but the rest is yet to come.
And I want to tell you something else. I don't know what your classification of a redneck is. Maybe because we wear a pair of boots, maybe because we wear a pair of Wranglers, or maybe because we wouldn't mind putting a chart of back in our mouth. I'll tell you one thing, guys. We don't need silky panties to get the job done.
And now, here's your announcer, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you, studio audience. What a crowd we have here, Scott Armstrong. Another edition of USA Wrestling.
I want to direct a few comments to one team called Simply Devine. I guess for the last few weeks, you've had an easy go of it. You've had your mind tuned in on easy competition. You thought you were going to breeze right through here and get yourself the tag team titles. But there was one thing you failed to see, that there was a couple old bucks sitting back home doing nothing, picking on the six strings and drinking some of Mama's iced tea, baby. And we were just chomping at the bit and waiting for a chance to unite together and come in here and show you guys just what it's all about. Now, you can call us back jumpers if you want to. You can call us anything, but there's one thing you can't call us, and that's scared, because we came out here last week. We looked you right in the eye, and we kicked your butt.
That's right, Charlie Platt. Where the USA is heating up, and Dothan, Alabama is right in the middle of things right here. Simply Devine, you come out here and talk big and bad. Brother, you ain't going to steal no rep off these two Alabama bucks. You know that. If you don't know it, you're going to find it out soon, because all around the loop, Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, and Dothan, if you will, right here, we're going to do it live. Simply Devine says we're out here back jumping people. What do you call back jumping? We just come out there and cleaned your plow, brother. As simple as that.
It's cut and dry.
All right, it's heating up in the USA area, and the show heats up from here on out.
Birmingham, Alabama, March the 15th. Special starting time, 7:30 p.m. Boutwell Auditorium. We're calling it the Battle of Boutwell. USA Wrestling comes, and two of the stars of the USA Wrestling area is Simply Divine. And, guys, I've got to ask you, I've heard that you have filed a formal protest against the Bama Bucks for what happened on TV here.
That's right, Jackson. We filed a formal complaint to USA Wrestling. Take a look at this shirt. You see what it says? It says, taking care of business, and that's exactly what Simply Divine plans to do. You see, Steve Armstrong, Wendell, Cooley, you come out here, you interfere in our match, you back jumpers from behind, you maybe better change the name from the Bama Bucks to the Bama Back Jumpers. Now let me tell you one more thing, you two great white hunters. We don't look like Bambi and Thumper, and that square circle out there sure the heck doesn't look like the Enchanted Forest. You show up March 15th, you got a fight on your hands.
Let's hear from the Bama Bucks.
That's right, March 15th, the Battle of Boutwell. Everybody's calling it. It's back to Boutwell for these two good old boys right here. We've been all around the state, all around the world for that matter, but our hearts always stayed right here in the heart of Dixie. And in Boutwell on March 15th, Simply Divine comes in, running roughshod, beating the heck out of two old boys last week, and we didn't jump your back. We just come in and just cleaned your plow, if you want to know the honest truth. And as far as being the great white hunters, well, you dang right about that, because we always got two guns.
I want to tell you something else, Simply Divine. It's just like this, Jack. You know, when you're traipsing through the woods and you're hunting a big trophy buck, you walk through the woods and you be as quiet as you can possibly be. Then you pick up the big gun. You get the bead through the scope right there, and it, boom, gotcha. Steve, big words.
Let me tell you something, boys. I'm telling you right here and right now, I'm making a promise to you, Mike Jackson. I'm making a promise to your stinking fans, and I'm making a promise to the USA Wrestling Commission. Don't come down on us to anything that might happen there in Birmingham, because I don't want no fines levied or anything else for something I'm telling you is going to happen. You guys are going down.
Interesting personality profile. This week we had a chance to sit down and talk with Rex and Steve. They are Simply Divine. Welcome to our personality profile segment of USA Wrestling. Two unique personalities today. That is Steve and Rex, Simply Divine.
Sweet Steve and Sexy Rex.
Well,
get it right.
I stand corrected there. And you're one of the most devastating tag team combinations to ever come through this part of the country, we'll say that. You'll note the tag title belt sitting on the table in front of us.
Soon to be ours, Mike. Just a matter of time.
Okay, well, at the end of March or 1st of April, there will be a tournament sanctioned by USA Wrestling to determine the tag team championships.
It's just a formality. You know, we've held the belts in 21 different countries.
That's right. A moment ago, but what, at 19 last week?
Hey, we've been busy, okay?
15 the week before.
We've been busy. You know, week after week, we come out here on TV, week after week,
Just so all the ladies can get a good look at what a real man is supposed to look like. Now, we have mowed down everybody that USA Wrestling has put before us. It's not going to stop there. Not until we put these belts around our waist, just like we do everywhere we go. And when it's all said and done, and we're through, and we want to retire them, that's when we move on and we conquer some other new territories.
All right, as I was saying a little bit earlier, they are a devastating tag team combination, Simply Divine. Let's take a look at some action in which they've been going against competitors here in the USA area.
Let's look at this. We always like to watch ourselves.
Roughhousing dudes, and they know wrestling, so they're going to be a damn. Look at that move.
They're roughhousing dudes, but so are Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that?
Nobody's going to get up from that. And they're not either. That was an impressive showing.
That is it. Your winners of the match, Simply Divine Rex. Count of two, and he pulls his man up. No power out there. The match should be over with. Wait a minute. Oh, double. There's that double DDT. And it's over. Your winners of the match, Rex and Steve, Simply Divine. And there you see them.
Nice ride. Bad
Certainly
landing.
devastating, that double DDT.
What do you think about that, Charlie?
Hey, let me tell you something. You know, there's not another tag team in the nation. You can watch any other national television show right now, and there is not another team in the nation that week after week comes out here in the middle of the ring on TV and wrestles the top tag teams in the nation like Simply Divine does.
And we mow them all down, I might add.
pairs of opponents were top in the nation. Is that what
Are
you're
you
trying
saying they're less than par? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well,
these guys are great. They have won top matches against other guys in other federations all over the country. These are some of the top guys right here.
Well, it's my job to stay mutual in this situation. I would say that the first 2 weeks you had a good roll going, but all good things come to an end, as we saw last week after you had completely demolished the tag team combination.
That's right. We beat them right there in the middle, just like we do everything we do.
Well, I turned some top tag team competitors entered the ring, and we have a tape of what happened with a couple of Alabama Bucks that came in last week. When they don't want to see any more tape. They don't want to see any more tape. They want to talk to the real battle. Let's roll that and see what happened last week.
Charlie, this isn't right, Charlie. It's not right at all.
Well, here we go.
The double DDT, brother. Is there a human on earth that can kick out of that? I want to know.
None that I know of.
Oh no, they're going. Are they going to do it? Oh, they're just going. They just throw him right over this. Oh, he hit his back on the apron corner. I'll tell you what, Charlie. It may be better to go on and walk away and come back to fight another day. So they say.
Now they take the man who's been on the floor the whole match.
He finally gets a chance to come in the ring, and they double DDT him too, Charlie. And I tell you what, like you said, they're running roughshod. There's no call for it.
And the kicks being applied to the head of Holiday out on the floor.
What next? It looks like they're going to try the old spike pile. That's it. Spike pile driver drove his head right into his neck. That boy, he may be suffering serious head neck damage.
And now they're bringing Holiday back into the ring.
Looks like they're going to do Holiday the same way, Charlie. I just wait a minute.
Whoa! Who is that? I know who that is. That's a Steve Armstrong and a Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
That's exactly right, Charlie. Boom!
Double drop kick takedown.
Orion go right into the ring. They got him there in the ropes. There it is. Woo! He's gone, baby. Over his feet. Look at him, Charlie. They are fired up, brother.
Well, the tables have turned here, and we see a haste. That's
exactly what we're talking about, Charlie. You see these guys, they come out here, they back jumping from behind. They just have no business stepping in the ring with Simply Divine. That's why we're filing a formal complaint. That's why we are going to be the new World Tag Team Champions.
Wendell Cooley, you're talking about you're sitting at home collecting your welfare check, and all of a sudden you get a phone call. It's a friend of yours, Steve Armstrong. Let me tell you guys something. You think you're going to come right in here, step us from behind, and we're just going to sit here and take it lying down? You got another thing coming.
I'm about you better get ready, because it doesn't make a difference where we're at. We're sick and tired of this, Charlie. Plus,
outrageous, Simply Divine, and hey, that's our personality profile for this week.
And now, here's your announcer, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to USA Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. In the corner to my left, weighing in a combined weight of 452 pounds, here is the team of sharpshooter Jason Hart and Kevin Neal. Hart and Neal. Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, making their way to ringside, a combined weight of 466 pounds from every woman's dream. Here is Simply Divine, Sexy Rick King, and Sweet Steve Doll.
Well, it's a tag team combination of Simply Divine and against Jason Hart, Kevin Neal. Neal out on the floor, and now there goes Jason Hart. Certainly Mike Jackson. Whoa. Once again, they explode as they hit the ring.
Charlie, maybe they were tag team champions in 23 countries because they know about tag team wrestling, and they're all over these guys.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Right in the mouth.
Oh, that one turned his head around. Good forearm smash by the guy who calls himself Sexy Rexy, I believe.
Sexy Rexy, kind of a cocky name, don't you think? Beautiful suplex.
Beautiful suplex, well executed by Rex. Of course, Rex and Steve's tag team of Simply Divine takes his man back into those ring ropes, coming off good clothesline. And boy, he is just, he's tearing this Jason Hart apart right here on television.
Yes. Well, that's what makes all the difference in the world of tag team wrestling. They're all over. They're not giving them any time to breathe. See, as soon as that one guy stepped in, Steve Doll's right on top of it. Beautiful.
Well executed out of nowhere. That, you know, he did not telegraph that one. Couldn't see that was coming.
Charlie, I'll tell you one thing. They've been doing a lot of talking in this area. I mean, a whole lot of talking. But it looks like to me they back up a little bit of that talking.
I was going to say the same thing, Mike. The more I see, the more I am a believer in this tag team combination.
Well, they're very cocky. They're very arrogant. You may not like them. You don't have to like them. They just said that they're here for one reason, and they're here for these tag team titles, and looks like they're on their way. You know, last week, Charlie, they set the record. They set a a USA record at this time for a quick pin, and the Bama Bucks were only 1 second behind them last week. I think one was like 30 seconds, one was like 31.
We're going to go back on today's program and take a look at that. That is simply amazing. Whoa. Just a slap to the face of Kevin Neal. That's an attention getter. That's what you call the old attention getter right there. I believe they have a full attention side suplex now by Sexy Rexy of Simply Divine. Tag is made with Steve in over boot to the side of the rib cage.
That's a new move I hadn't been using, Charlie. It looks like to me every week they're coming up with new stuff. That's just an old move. That's just a fist to the top of the head and take it if you can.
Hard right puts Neal back down on the canvas, trying to get up and regain some composure here, but grabs him by the hair. Tag is made with Rex. And back into the ring ropes he goes. Whoop, here it is. Double DDT.
Whoa, double DDT.
That will spell the end of this one. As it's over. Your winners of the match, once again, the team of Simply Divine. And they just completely demolished their opponents there. Taking a look again as both men take their opponent into the ring ropes. There is that devastating double DDT.
That's right, devastating, that's right.
And
hey, with the mic over here, we got something to say. Now, we hold the record right here for the quickest wins on TV. And I'll tell you something else. There's a couple of yellow egg-sucking dogs in the back. You guys can understand talk like that, can't you bunch of rednecks? But let me tell you something. If the Bama Bucks have any guts right now, we'll beat them right in the middle, and we'll beat that record we set here last week. We'll beat them under 30 seconds.
I don't hardly see you doing that with the Bama Bucks.
Yeah, you don't hardly see nothing because you got 4 eyes. But anybody knows with any kind of taster. If you want a piece of us, let's get it on right now.
Hey, you got, your dream has come true.
Oh, you want a piece of us?
Your dream has come true, gentlemen. The ring belongs to you, Wendell, Cooley, and Steve Armstrong. The Bama Bucks are ready to meet that challenge, and I'd love to see a record being broke here as far as a pinfall is concerned. That very cautiously coming up on the apron, but hey, they don't seem like they want any part of these Bama Bucks. Not today, and maybe not tomorrow. But still, the confrontation continues between the two. Wendell, Cooley going outside. Hey, they're heading back to the dressing area. We'll be back with more action on USA Wrestling. You stay with us.
USA Wrestling comes to Birmingham, Alabama, my hometown, March the 15th, 7:30 p.m. The Battle About Well. I'm right here with the Bama Bucks, but guys, you've got to hear the comments of Simply Divine before you say a word.
Okay. Let me tell you something, boys. March 15th in Birmingham, Bama Bucks. We got news for you. You know, your guns aren't the only thing you've been shooting off. You've been shooting off your mouth. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't calling the shots anymore, boys. We got the women. We got the money. We got the know-how. And we got the quickest win right here in USA Wrestling. So let me tell you something. You're not calling the shots. We say how. We say when. And we say where. So get ready, Bama Bucks.
That's right, you know.
Steve Armstrong, Wendell Cooley. It takes more than a couple of weeks to become a great tag team. You see, my partner and I, we've held tag team titles all around the world, baby. 23 to be exact. Can you count that high? And I can guarantee you, the Battle of Boutwell is going to be no different. Fellas, March 15th, get ready, because I can guarantee you, me and my partner, we're not getting our shoulders pinned to the mat. Dig it.
Bucks are talking some big talk.
You know something, Michael? There's one thing that Steve and myself don't like, and that is threats. We were sitting around the campfire last night running some trot lines, sitting around strumming on the old flat top, and we were singing the song, Michael, Older Women Make Beautiful Lovers, and all of a sudden one of the boys said, hey, I got a request. Can you guys do A Country Boy Can Survive?
And something hit me right in my mind about that time, Michael, and I said, you're right, son, a country boy can survive. And these two old country boys will survive. We've been survivors all our life, Jack. That's what I'm talking about. We've bled the blood. We've sweated the sweat. And we'll go as far as to say this, that the day we were born, the doctors came in and said, we're sorry, missus, but we did all we could, and they pulled through anyway. He said, but I want to warn you, you're going to have problem childs on your hands. We've been causing problems for people all our lives, and in Birmingham, we're going to cause you a big one, Jack. The Battle of Boutwell.
For the Bama Bucks here on USA Wrestling. And gentlemen, hey, while you catch your breath, we have had last week on this program, we had a record set as far as the time elapsed in a pinfall in tag team action. Simply Devine defeated their opponents 1 second. They were 1 second under you guys as far as the tag team action last week on this program is concerned. Interesting point brought up by Jerry Finn, our director. Right now, let's take a look at the record set last week on television with Simply Devine and their tag team opponents.
Devine!
Simply Devine just plowing into their opponents on this edition of USA Wrestling. Still, just, I tell you what, a loss of words as to what we saw happen to the Junkyard Dog moments ago. Through the ring ropes goes the... Oh! Back body drop, double teaming their opponent, and again into the ring ropes he goes, kicks their man, doubles him over, double DDT. It's over. It is. Pretty quick match.
That was a quick match. I just want to say to all the good people watching right now to let you know that the Bama Bucks, Wendell, Cooley, and Steve Armstrong, we don't mean to be too vicious on these boys or too hard on them that we're getting in here and taking on in the ring. But these guys, Simply Devine, have come in and they've got in our crawl real bad. So it's bringing out the animal in us, making us worse people than we really are, and we don't like that.
That's understandable.
We ain't taking any prisoners.
Well, that's understandable, gentlemen. Let's take a look now at the match that you guys had that was 1 second longer than the match that Simply Devine had last week on this television program. Well, we know who the crowd favorite is here. Bama Bucks hit the ring against Jim Rose and David Patterson, and we have got us a situation here in the back right now, but hopefully, back there a moment ago, we have a injured one Junkyard Dog at the hands of Morris Dugan. Whoa, what a clothesline coming off. Tag is made with Steve Armstrong. He's going upstairs against... Whoa! It's over. Well, this one didn't last long. That's some fast tag team action.
Well, you know something, Charlie? I'm not going to take anything away from Simply Devine. 40 seconds is very good. It's a very impressive win. But we're not out here trying to run a race. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about a well-oiled machine right here, something we didn't build in 2 weeks. And let me tell you why it's such a well-oiled machine. The number one reason that Steve Armstrong and myself, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, is a fine, well-oiled machine is because we don't have any egos to contend with. We have a common goal, and that's to be the tag team champions. Now, let me go as far as to say this. Charlie Platt, a couple nights ago, Steve and myself got together with a few old friends of ours sitting around a campfire running some trot lines down on the river. We were picking on the flat tops, you know, and one of the guys said, I got a request for a song if you don't mind playing it. And what happened was a light clicked on inside my head, and I looked at Steve, and I said, Steve, listen to this, brother. A country boy can survive. And we're going to survive because we are country boys. We are country boys. We've always been survivors, and we'll be survivors until the end, Jack. What I'm telling you is we're after you. We have issued you a challenge. If you're man enough to do it, look us in the face and take us on right here.
Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, the Bama Bucks. Well,
USA Wrestling.
We've got a personality profile now, and we're going to do it live on today's program, something a little different, because it seems that the team of Simply Devine issued a couple of challenges last week, and we have partially signed contract right here from Steve Armstrong and Wendell Cooley. It is for a tag team match here on television next week. And since we have presented them with this contract, or since they know of the signing of this contract, they've been a little reluctant to put their names on the dotted line. Gentlemen, we have a contract here, as you can see, signed by Steve Armstrong, Wendell Cooley, which are the team of the Bama Bucks. And
you know what? That's amazing. It's amazing these two bozos can write. Let me tell you something. It's like we said, Charlie. We pick the time, we pick the place, we pick how it's going to happen. Not you idiot fans, not the Bama Bucks, not you, not anybody.
Are you backing down from what you...
Hey, we don't back down from nobody, Charlie. Let's get something straight here. We have never backed down from anybody in the professional wrestling sport today. I can tell you right now that we can sure let you guys know one thing, all you hillbillies. We sure wouldn't back down from the Bama back jumpers.
Well, you know, just last week on this program, you said I might have a little problem with my vision. Maybe so. I do have to wear corrective lenses, but my hearing's okay. Jerry, if we could, let's take a look last week's program and see what the challenge it was.
We're talking now. We got a live interview right now.
Well, let's look at this. Then you can talk some more. Let's take a look at this, Jerry, if we could.
Mike, over here, we got something to say. Now, we hold the record right here for the quickest wins on TV. And I'll tell you something else. There's a couple of yellow egg-sucking dogs in the back. You guys can understand talk like that, can't you bunch of rednecks? But let me tell you something. If the Bama Bucks have any guts right now, we'll beat them right in the middle, and we'll beat that record we set here last week. We'll beat them in 30 seconds.
I don't hardly see you doing that with the Bama Bucks.
Now, you don't hardly see nothing because you got 4 eyes. But anybody knows with any kind of tasting. If you want a piece of us, let's get it on right now.
Well, you get, your dream has come true.
Oh, you want a piece of us?
Your dream has come true, gentlemen. The ring belongs to you, Wendell Cooley, and Steve Armstrong. The Bama Bucks are ready to meet that challenge, and I'd love to see a record being broke here as far as a pinfall is concerned. That very cautiously coming up on the apron, but hey... Well, the comment just came out of Rex's mouth. We weren't ready. You've had a week to prepare. You backed down from them right there.
We weren't ready. I told you. When you're tag team champions in 26 different countries all around the world, you pick the time and you pick the place. And when you're the greatest tag team in the world going today, they don't just call you a great tag team. They call you simply Devine. Let's get it right.
Well, let's look at this then. You back down from them. Then here's a couple of guys that have not been tag teaming very long at all. And you had two. You had two.
Like I said, we picked the time, we picked the place. Not these idiot fans, not the Bama Bucks, not USA Wrestling, not anybody, but simply Devine. We call our own shot.
All right, let's go to another part of last week's program where an incident took place between the Bullet and Mr. Tennessee. You guys became involved. So did Armstrong and Cooley. And let's see what happens again. I think you back down one more there. And the bullet is hitting the ring. So, hey, this thing is on. It is on right now as Mr. Tennessee takes the Bullet up full body slam. I don't know how much time we have on the program. He takes a shot to the upper chest and another shot to the upper chest. The Bullet going after Mr. Tennessee. Simply Devine over there. And there, right now, here comes Wendell Cooley. Here comes Steve Armstrong. Next week, hopefully some words on the dog. We'll have the Idol's decision.
Hey, all that happened right there is we knew the Bama Bucks were fixing to jump. We were going to jump Mr. Tennessee's back right here in the ring, and we came out there like the guys we are for fair play to make sure they don't do to Mr. Tennessee what they did. We don't jump anybody's back. We don't jump anybody's back. Do you have a problem signing a contract? Are you getting kind of yellow now?
We signed the contract when we're ready.
What's the matter with signing it now?
We signed the contract when we're ready. You understand that?
Sign it. What's the problem with right now?
When we're ready. When you've held tag team titles in 26 different countries, Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, you signed the contract when we're ready. We're not back jumpers.
Look at that.
a piece of it.
It's signed. It is signed. We've got up for next week on TV. Steve Armstrong and Wendell Cooley are going with the crowd out there. They are happy individuals. The contract has been signed.
Let me tell you something. You get somebody out there to ring, we'll show the Bama Bucks. We'll show you idiot fans. That's what you're not
scheduled to wrestle to the last match.
Get somebody out there right now, and we'll take you out there.
They're not scheduled to wrestle to the last match of the day, I know. But they're going to the ring. I don't know. Let's go to the ring. I don't know what's taking place here. I guess a change in the schedule. The ring official is coming to the ring. They have signed the contract. It is on the match for next week on television. Yes, the Bama Bucks against Simply Devine and Wendell Cooley forevermore. Good Southern term. Lay it into the side of the face. Well, here are the opponents. And Sexy Rexy is still, I'm sure, reeling and irate from that move. Whoa! I did not get a chance to see who these opponents will see running down. We got total confusion here in the TV studio, but we've got a match next week that'll overcome any confusion we've had today. I guarantee you that. The Bama Bucks against Simply Devine. And now Rex just slapping away at his opponent. Now takes his man up, full body slam. And, whoa, still not over that one. Wendell Cooley put it to Sexy Rexy of Simply Devine. Here's both men. Whoa. Face first. Steve rolls his man over. What? Steve Holly, where are they now? Well, I think you'll see all of them you want to see next week on television, gentlemen. Coming down from the ring ropes in the turnbuckle. Take their opponents once again. Double kick here. They're setting his man up. Double DDT. And that will do it. I guarantee you that. It's all over. And your winners of the match, an irate team. Simply Devine. We'll be back with more or nothing. Let us all. March the 15th, the Battle of Boutwell comes to Birmingham.
Let me tell you something, Jackson. Wendell Cooley, stay on strong. You boys are going to pay. Let me tell you something. My mother doesn't even slap my face. Fellas, you boys have had it. You guys are finished. And when Simply Devine jumps in the ring with you boys, you're going to wish you never seen our faces. I'm going to tell you one thing. Wendell Cooley, it's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. And I'm going to tell you what. When we get in the ring, it's finished. You guys are through. We're going to send you boys packing to the woods. Let's get out of here.
What I was going to say before that is Wendell Cooley slapped his face, and Zukov, I understand the dog is having some treatment for that neck. Yeah. Before I talk to you guys, since you've settled down a little bit, I'd like to talk to Bullet and the Bucks in Studio B.
You know, Mr. Tennessee's jumping in his car and driving up to the Smoky Mountain there. Well, I'm flying. Delta's ready when you are, and I'm ready to meet you, Jimmy Cornette, nose to nose and toes to toes. We're going to settle this bounty match, and next week on TV, boys, you got Simply Devine. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Bullet. You know something, Simply Devine, there's a lot of secrets that Steve and myself have, but there's one we're going to let you in on. We don't like you. We ain't never liked you. And we probably ain't never going to like you. Because the fact is, you sit out here week after week and you tell these people how big and how bad you are. You've held titles in 27 different countries and you ain't got nothing over us, Jack. We've held titles all around this area, and these people around here know who's the best. Now, we had to slap your jaws to get you in the ring. And next week, right here on this TV program, we're going to show you and the rest of the people who is the best team.
Simply Devine, I believe we can honestly say, Mr. King, that he humiliated you by slapping your jaws.
You know, Mike, just a little while ago, I was really irate.
Yeah,
I come out here, and I lost it. But I'm just going to tell you one thing, Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, you don't know what kind of can of worms you just opened up. And I can guarantee you, nobody slaps Simply Devine's face. And next week, right here on television, you're right, we signed the contract. But you boys better wish that we didn't sign the contract, because I can guarantee you, you're going down right here in front of all your hillbilly fans.
We don't get mad. We get even.
USA Wrestling.
one didn't last long.
Charlie, maybe they were tag team champions in 23 countries because they know about tag team wrestling, and they're all over these guys.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Right in the mouth.
Oh, that one turned his head around. Good forearm smash by the guy who calls himself Sexy Rexy, I believe.
See, Rexy, kind of a cocky name, don't you think? Beautiful suplex.
Beautiful suplex, well executed by Rex. Of course, Rex and Steve's tag team of Simply Devine takes his man back into those ring ropes, coming off good clothesline. And boy, he is just, he's tearing this Jason Hart apart right here on television.
Well, that's what makes all the difference in the world of tag team wrestling. They're all over. They're not giving them any time to breathe. See, as soon as that one guy stepped in, Steve Doll's right on top of him. Beautiful.
Well executed out of nowhere. That, you know, he did not telegraph that one. Couldn't see that was coming.
Charlie, I'll tell you one thing. They've been doing a lot of talking in this area. I mean, a whole lot of talking. But it looks like to me they back up a little bit of that talking.
I was going to say the same thing, Mike. The more I see, the more I am a believer in this tag team combination.
Well, they're very cocky. They're very arrogant. You may not like them. You don't have to like them. They just said that they're here for one reason, and they're here for these tag team titles, and looks like they're on their way. You know, last week, Charlie, they set the record. They set a world, well, I guess a USA record at this time for a quick pin, and the Bama Bucks were only 1 second behind them last week. I think one was like 30 seconds, one was like 31.
We're going to go back on today's program and take a look at that. That is simply amazing. Whoa. Just a slap to the face of Kevin Neal. That's an attention getter. That's what you call the old attention getter right there. I believe they have a full attention side suplex now by Sexy Rexy of Simply Divine. Tag is made with Steve in over boot to the side of the rib cage.
That's a new move I hadn't been using, Charlie. It looks like to me every week they're coming up with new stuff. That's just an old move. That's just a fist to the top of the head and take it if you can.
Hard right puts Neal back down on the canvas, trying to get up and regain some composure here, but grabs him by the hair. Tag is made with Rex. And back into the ring ropes he goes. Whoop, here it is. Double DDT.
Whoa, double DDT.
That will spell the end of this one. As it's over. Your winners of the match, once again, the team of Simply Divine. And they just completely demolished their opponents there. Taking a look again as both men take their opponent into the ring ropes. There is that devastating double DDT.
That's right, devastating. That's right.
And
hey, put the mic over here. We got something to say. Now we hold the record right here for the quickest wins on TV. And I'll tell you something else. There's a couple of yellow egg-sucking dogs in the back. You guys can understand talk like that, can't you bunch of rednecks? But let me tell you something. If the Bama Bucks have any guts right now, we'll beat them right in the middle, and we'll beat that record we set here last week. We'll beat them under 30 seconds.
I don't hardly see you doing that with the Bama Bucks.
Yeah, you don't hardly see nothing because you got 4 eyes. But anybody knows with any kind of taste, oh, you want a piece of us?
Your dream has come true, gentlemen. The ring belongs to you, Wendell Cooley, and Steve Armstrong. The Bama Bucks are ready to meet that challenge, and I'd love to see a record being broke here as far as a pinfall is concerned. It's very cautiously coming up on the apron, but hey... Well, the comment just came out of Rex's mouth. We weren't ready. You've had a week to prepare. You backed down from him right there.
We weren't ready. I told you. When you're tag team champions in 26 different countries all around the world, you pick the time and you pick the place. And when you're the greatest tag team in the world going today, they don't just call you a great tag team. They call you Simply Divine.
Let's get right. Well, let's look at this then. You back down from them. Then here's a couple of guys that have not been tag teaming very long at all. And you had two.
That's the point. Like I said, we picked the time, we picked the place. Not these idiot fans, not the Bama Bucks, not USA Wrestling, not anybody, but Simply Divine. We call our own shot.
All right, let's go to another part of last week's program where an incident took place between the Bullet and Mr. Tennessee. You guys became became involved. So did Armstrong and Cooley. And let's see what happens again. I think you back down one more up there. And the bullet is hitting the ring. So, hey, this thing is on. It is on right now as Mr. Tennessee takes the bullet up, full body slam. I don't know how much time we have on the program. He takes a shot to the upper chest and another shot to the upper chest. A bullet going after Mr. Tennessee, simply Devine over there. And there, right now, here comes Wendell Cooley. Here comes Steve Armstrong. Next week, hopefully some words on the dog. We'll have the Idol's decision.
Hey, all that happened right there is we knew the Bama Bucks were fixing to jump. We were going to jump Mr. Tennessee's back right here in the ring, and we came out there like the guys we are for fair play to make sure they don't do to Mr. Tennessee what they did. We don't jump anybody's back. We don't jump anybody's back. Do you have a problem signing a contract?
We don't.
Are you getting kind of yellow now?
We signed the contract when we're ready.
What's the matter with signing it now?
We signed the contract when we're ready. You understand that?
Sign it. What's the problem with right now?
When we're ready. When you've held tag team titles in 26 different countries, Wendell Cooley and Steve Armstrong, you signed the contract when we're ready. We're not back jumpers.